Hey guys, it's me again, Mrs. Gilling, with another video assignment. This time it's about your lesson 4 discussion, and the topic is psychological research and ethics. Before we get into that, of course, I have a joke for you. You ready for it? It's a good one. How many psychologists does it take to change a light bulb? And that is a very big light bulb. Ready? Your answer is 1. But the light bulb has to want to change. Get it? And how can you not laugh when you see a cartoon cat laughing? All right. So hopefully you're happy now and you're ready for your discussion prompt. And here it is for you. Okay. Please answer the following questions in at least one complete sentence each. By the time you are done with your post, you should have at least 6 sentences for this one. Okay. Number 1. In your own words, what is the value of doing basic research on humans? So in the lesson, you will have learned all about basic research, and you're going to explain, what's the benefit of doing basic research on humans. Number 2 is very similar. In your own words, what is the value of doing basic research on animals? Number 3, we're going to move on to applied research now. So in your own words, what is the value of doing applied research on humans? Then number 4, in your own words, what is the value of doing applied research on animals? Number 5, this is where we really get into your opinion. I love the opinion questions. They're my favorite ones. So in your opinion, do you think it is ethical to do experiments on animals that we wouldn't allow to be done on humans? So take a minute, think about that question. Do you think that there's certain experiments, it's the reality, certain experiments that we absolutely would not do on humans, but we do on animals. And so you get to put what you think. I'm not looking for a right or wrong answer here. I just want to know your opinion. And then that most important part is question number 6, the why do you feel that way? So give me a sentence explaining why you think it is or isn't okay to do those experiments on animals. Make sure when you're doing these that you're always using complete sentences. Don't just say, like for instance, in number 5, don't just say yes or no. Say, in my opinion, I think it's ethical to do this, or in my opinion, I don't think it's ethical. Pretend that I don't have these questions in front of me and write the answers out in a sentence. I think that's a really helpful way to look at it. So here is how you'll be graded on this discussion post. It's your rubric. So you're going to get 15 points for explaining the value of doing basic research on humans in your own words. Then you're going to get 15 points for explaining the value of doing basic research on animals in your own words. And the key words there is in your own words. If I get this and you're like, oh man, they totally just copied and pasted what was on AI. They didn't change anything into their own words, or they just copied and pasted, what was in the textbook. Just make sure it's okay again to use those things to get ideas, but make sure everything's coming back in your words in the way you would write it. Because you guys sound awesome. You don't need to use something else to sound better. You guys already sound so good. Do you have 15 points for explaining the value of doing applied research on humans in your own words? 15 points for explaining the value of doing applied research on animals in your own words. 5 points for listing your opinion on whether or not you think it is ethical to do experiments on animals that wouldn't be allowed to be done on humans. 15 points for analyzing why you feel that way. And then 20 points for your grammar and sentence requirements. So make sure you're writing at least 6 sentences for this one. Then double checking your spelling and grammar. Remember, I'm really picky about capitalizing those first letters, putting punctuation in, and doing your best on the spelling. Not super duper picky, but I obviously need to be able to read what you're writing there. So take a look there. So if you have any questions, as always, I'm here. I want to help you. And good luck, you guys.